I say this a lot about center mids. I think they're the most valuable asset that a soccer team can get because I truly think that a team is, no matter how strong your team is as strong as your central midfielder. And Toni Kroos, ever since he's gotten in the league, he's shown that he's the best center fielder. And every place he goes, they win. Especially when he got up to that elite level, and ever since he's gotten there, he hasn't stopped. And that's why I think Toni Kroos is the most complete midfielder in all of soccer. How you guys doing? It is July 17, 2020 out here in this quarantine. I'm James Sims. And for this episode of The Elite, I was going to give you a profile on Toni Kroos, the German midfielder who currently wears number 8 and plays for Real Madrid. I imagine if you are aware of Toni Kroos, you're aware that he was the midfielder of the German team when they won the World Cup back in 2014. He was the leading assist getter. He was also the main man. He was the man in the middle when Real Madrid was winning with Cristiano Ronaldo, and he was also the center fielder for when Bayern Munich won the treble in 2012, 2013, right before they got Lewandowski. But Toni Kroos was the man running that. He was the man running both those teams. He's done it at both places, and I don't know. When I look back at this era, I'm gonna remember Toni Kroos when he comes back and does whatever. Toni Kroos is a name I'm definitely gonna remember years down the line. To give you a little bit of background, he's a 30-year-old midfielder, stands at about 6 foot. If you ever seen him, I'd say he's the most complete because he can probably do everything. He has the least amount of gaps in his game. If you're talking about on the offense, he passes and shoots incredibly well. Even at this last World Cup, even though Germany got out in the group stage, Toni Kroos had the best shot in the World Cup. This dude can make any pass. This dude has amazing touch, amazing feel, incredible vision. He's an incredible defender as well. You can't get around him. He controls the center. He controls the pace. Even though Ronaldo's been gone, he's helped Real Madrid up to winning they just recently won La Liga, and Toni Kroos is the man in the middle for all that and for the entire season, and he's been that guy everywhere he's been. Every single place they've really given him a chance. So he came out of East Germany. He came up in the Bayern Munich system. He was eventually called up to Bayern Munich in 2007, when he was 17, he was playing a lot of the games there as well, but he went to Bayer Leverkusen on loan finally in 2019 and 2010. That year they were to finish fourth after going ninth in the Bundesliga. They got a little bit better that season, but following that, he would go back to Bayern Munich, and at that point, he would really kind of start to take off. The years he was back, the Bayern Munich first they went third. They finished third in the Bundesliga in the 2009 or the 2010-2011 season. The next season they were to finish second and finish up runners up in the Champions League. And they after losing to Chelsea, and then the third year he's there, the last year he's there, they go on to win the treble. They win the Bundesliga. They win the Bundesliga with 91 points in 34 games, which is incredible. They win the Champions League, beating Borussia Dortmund, and then they go on to win the German Domestic Cup. And in a legendary season where the last season in which they've done it, they might repeat this year. They finished first in the league, they won the Domestic Cup, and they're still strong competitors in the Champions League. But the last time they won the Champions League was in 2012, 2013, while Toni Kroos was running the center. And that was a team where when he first started winning, he started winning. The next year he was in Bayern Munich in 2013-14. Bayern were to repeat as the champions of the Bundesliga. They would go on to win the Domestic Cup again, and they would lose in the semifinals. And after that, Toni Kroos was then sold to Real Madrid for 25 mil, and ever since he's gotten there, he's really kind of taken off as their guy. The first year he got there in 2014-15, Real Madrid finished second in La Liga, losing in the round of 16 of the Champions League, as they did finish out winning the UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup and the runner-up in the Supercopa. His next year in Real Madrid, Yeah, and get this. They would finish up runner-up to Barcelona. They would finish up losing in the round of 32 in their domestic cup, but they would end up winning the Champions League that year. The second year that Toni Kroos was there, he was able to hold down the middle. And at that point, he had gotten it done. He had won Champions League for two different clubs. He hadn't won the La Liga yet. He would go on to win it the next year, but at that point, and following the next year at La Liga, after winning La Liga, they won Champions League back to back. They won the UEFA Super Cup, the FIFA Club World Cup, and Cristiano Ronaldo would of course lead the team in scoring. And of course, the next year they would finish third in La Liga while winning the Champions League for the third time in his 4 years there, while winning the Super Cup, the Supercopa de España, and the FIFA World Cup. So by the end of 27-18, by that time, Toni Kroos is a 28-year-old midfielder. And at that time, he's won La Liga once, he's won the Bundesliga twice, he's won the Champions League once with Bayern and 3 times with Real Madrid in a 6-year span. That's 4 Champions Leagues in 6 years, with him as the starting midfielder, basically running the center and controlling who goes in, who goes out. I mean, you really just have to see Toni Kroos. It's really tough really describing the impact of a midfielder when they don't score as many goals or as many assists as a lot of the playmakers do, and you don't really see a lot of the stats. But if you can see how Toni Kroos sets up an offense, that's when you kind of start to see soccer as like a work of art. Because the pace of every team, of course, goes around as midfielder, which is why midfielders are so prolific in what they do and why top clubs make sure they're really on top of securing the top midfielders, because they're the bridge between your attack and your defense. And Toni Kroos has served as the perfect bridge between the Real Madrid attack and the Real Madrid defense that has led them to dominate and win those 3 Champions Leagues in 3 consecutive years. The very next year in La Liga, they would finish third and lose in the round of 16 to Champions League, but they would win the FIFA World Cup yet again with Karim Benzema leading the team in scoring. And this most recent season, they most recently finished out on top, winning La Liga once again for the first time in the last couple of years, and this the second time Toni Kroos has officially won La Liga as an official football player. So if you look at Toni Kroos, right, if you're looking at him right now, he's a 30-year-old midfielder who started off at Bayern Munich, went to Real Madrid, won at both places. He looks back. He looks back on a career in which he's been he was voted the Footballer of the Year. In his trophy cabinet, he has the World Cup with Germany, which he won after winning with Bayern Munich, in which Germany basically went through everyone, including Brazil, and they destroyed every single team in their path. And Toni Kroos played a big part of that team with Bastian Schweinsteiger in the middle, with Manuel Neuer in goal and Thomas Müller on the attack. Now that team was elite, and Toni Kroos was definitely holding it down the middle. He has 4 Champions Leagues, 1 with Bayern Munich, 3 with Real Madrid. He's a 2-time Spanish champion. He's won with Real Madrid in 16-17, and he won this most recent year. He's a 3-time German champion when he was first there with Bayern, and his last 2 years in Bayern, they won the Bundesliga. He's a 3-time German Cup winner, 5-time FIFA Club World Cup winner, 4-time UEFA Super Cup winner. I mean, with all of these accolades and everything that he's accomplished, there's no way you can't not consider him elite. I mean, I wouldn't discount him, and I would definitely vouch for him, because if you watch Real Madrid play, and of course they do have Luka Modric in the middle, you can see how Toni Kroos and Luka Modric create a lot of that offense, and you can see how valuable they are. And considering he's only 30 years old and how midfielders tend to last very long, especially considering how Toni Kroos' game relies most on his technical ability rather than his actual athleticism. Because, I mean, I don't know if you've seen this man kick. This dude can aim. This dude can do a lot of things with a soccer ball. And There's not really much more I can say, but I've been watching Toni Kroos for the last for the last few years when he was on Real Madrid and when he was playing for the German national team, and I'm telling you, I like the way he plays, and I think with what he's done in Bayern and at Real Madrid really speaks for itself. His football does the talking for itself. And if you ever get a chance, look up my boy. He's wearing number 8 for Real Madrid. And of course, he's a main contributor. He's the center mid for Germany's national team. And I mean, I said what I said. I stick by vouching for Toni Kroos. He is an elite center midfielder, and he should be recognized because he's one of the very few players in soccer history that can say they've won Champions Leagues for two different teams as one of the most vital players in one of the most crucial positions, all while winning a World Cup for his home team. Like, that's a lot to say. And he was the center mid controlling everything for all three of those teams. So I don't know, when you look back on those teams, when you see Cristiano Ronaldo and Manuel Neuer and everyone, just don't forget Toni Kroos. He was a big part of all that as well. I said my piece, and I wish you all well. Peace out.